Steph Curry out for the first round of the playoffs. That became official today. Steve Kerr letting the world know that. Let's actually hear from Steph Curry and Steve Kerr on the injury to Steph Curry.
Well, there's no way he's playing in the first round. There's no way. I mean, you know, he's being reevaluated in 3 weeks. So, yeah, so we got to be ready for to play without him and then see how he's coming along. And, you know, the good thing is we've been through this. You know, we went through it last year with KD. He missed, 5 weeks or so and, you know, came back for, I guess, mid-first round, right? Missed the first couple games, KD.
No, he came back right before, but
then he re-aggravated. Yeah. So wasn't exactly the same timeline, but it was a similar injury and similar circumstances where we had to play without one of our best players, and we felt that appropriate fear and turned it up and got it going. And then when KD came back, I mean, Finals MVP, you know, after missing 6 weeks. So, you know, there's a lot of similarities here, and I think we should feel good about our ability to play through this stuff. And we also know that Steph has a history of coming back strong from injuries. You know, so there's a good chance if all goes well, you know, he comes back during the playoffs at some point, and we're at full steam. So that's the goal, and that's our plan.
Based on what I've been told, 3 weeks is a good kind of benchmark to reevaluate and reassess kind of where I'm at, my progress and whatnot. So mentally for me, staying positive, staying upbeat. Hopefully I prove what Coach said wrong and put myself in a position to get back as soon as possible. But right now, who knows? Just try to do my job in the rehab process and get back as soon as I can, and control, you know, my presence with the team and everything, and help it, you know, any way I can when I'm not on the floor.
Billy, we'll start with you on this matter with Steph Curry. Look, we all understand how great of a player he is, but he's been hurt multiple times this season. This is his 22nd game that he's missed. He's going to miss through the first round of the playoffs. Does this concern you going into the postseason with him not playing in that first round?
Well, the one thing, this team, they know each other. They're familiar how they play, and so I would want to keep him out as long as possible so that he is close to 100%, because if you bring him back too soon, he tweaks that knee again, then he's out longer. So when you have a Durant, you have a Klay Thompson, you have a Draymond Green, you have that luxury of sitting them out.
Yeah, theoretically, if you're the Golden State Warriors, you should be able to get past the first round. No disrespect to whoever that opponent's going to be. But you figure out they still have 3 All-Stars and one of the best benches in the league. They should be able to get through it. The concern Steve Kerr and management got to have is anytime you've sprained ankles or hurt your knee and things like that, it makes you susceptible to that injury easier. So now all of a sudden, instead of necessarily getting hit, if you turn the wrong way, and to Billy's point, that's why it's important that he comes back as close to 100% as possible, because the first thing, I've hurt my knee before, the first thing is you got to get your confidence back, that you can do the things that you used to doing without thinking about it. Second, you got to make sure, and the training staff got to make sure, he's now overcompensating, putting more pressure on the other leg, which can cause other problems. So there's a lot of things that they got to be concerned with Steph Curry and this injury, because Billy said it. He may come back, but if he's nagging or slowed down because of these nagging injuries, then he's not going to be the same. And players in the playoffs would take advantage of you, because you already know they're going to put Steph in multiple pick and rolls because they know he's injured. They're going to try to beat him up and wear him down and hopefully beat him up on the defensive end so it takes away his offense on the other end.
No Steph Curry in the first round, so it's either going to be, looks like as of now, Denver Nuggets, Utah Jazz, or the Minnesota Timberwolves. Which one of those 3 teams actually scare you against the Warriors, or do you think has a chance against the Warriors without Steph?
Just Utah, because they play such good defense. I like their ability. Denver, so it's been up and down. Their defense is not nearly as good, so I'm not as concerned about them as much. So it's mainly Utah, because they try to control the tempo and play good defense. So that team would worry me the most. But like Sam said, if you got Durant, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and you can't get out of the first round against those bodies, then you don't deserve to get to the finals.
Yeah, and I look at those, all 3 of those teams would scare me if I'm Golden State to have some concern. I agree with Billy with Utah because of Gobert and what they do defensively, and then they have a style of play. They're going to slow the game down. They're going to, so to speak, muck it up and make it dirty and make it physical. But Minnesota, if Jimmy Butler comes back healthy, that team can scare you because they can score. Now, they're not as good a defensive team as Tom Thibodeau would like for them to be, but when you start looking at Karl Anthony Towns, who lead the league in double-doubles, Andrew Wiggins, and then if Jimmy Butler gets healthy, and then they got Jamal Crawford coming off the bench, that team can scare them from the standpoint that they can flat out score the basketball. And Karl Anthony Towns is a matchup nightmare for anybody.
McGee can go, girl.
You think McGee got to come outside to that three-point line, and the big cat going to pump fake, show and go.
Let's just have McGee focus on keeping his own teammates healthy.
Why did you go there?
How about that be a thing, fellas?
You went there.
I don't want to die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me.